Yo guys, so we're doing a deck profile for Predaplant branded. You guys have constantly asked for this in the comments of the last video. This deck is really good right now. It beats Kashtira, it literally destroys them.
Alright, so I got your 3 Alubas, pretty standard. One Dramaturge, 1 Tragedy. Run this instead of Adlib just because I run Theatre in this deck. 2 Albazes in this deck. Again, your small Bystials.
Tell me a little bit about the Bystial. How come the Bystial package has gone from 3 Magnum, 3 Jerusalem into just 1 Bystial Lubellion, 1 Siren? Like, what happened?
Drawing the Bystials was just a lot of dead draws. I mean, with the Predaplants, I guess because you are discarding a lot, you're trying to get them in the grave. It could work out if you had a bigger package. But again, like with the new kind of branded decks as well, I think they only run these 2, which I found it does the job really.
Because Siren dumps a branded spell or trap, and then Retribution can add that spell or trap.
Yeah.
That's why this is like what you care about.
Yeah.
But I guess in the future, do you think it's worth running more Lubellions?
1 for now is fine, but in the future, obviously you've got your Cyberstorm access stuff. You might want to be running a bit more for that kind of continued spell trap cards, which are in its own sense really good.
Oh man, there's that new one.
Yeah.
The one that lets you synchro.
Yeah.
The Bystial one that's like a dimension shifter.
The 1 Albion as well. You got 1 Dark Magician. Pretty sure everyone knows what that's for. 3 Scorpios. 2 Liblis, 2 Sundews, 2 Frogs, just for consistency. Just because sometimes I draw 2 and I need to discard 1. 1 Triantis, again, good for counters. 1 Cobra, Stay Sailor.
What's the reason why you should play that engine over like pure branded?
I think there's just like more avenues that you can go down. More Predaplant kind of boss monsters that you can go down, get your counters up and such. I just feel like with the Predaplant engine, you're actually putting a lot in your graveyard, so it's a lot of good resources for kind of your spell trap cards as well.
Branded Banishment, like really strong. Like when I duel you, that card is even more scary than this version.
Yeah.
I think because you use the graveyard a lot better.
Yeah. Hand traps, well, just the 2 action here because I run the 3 cross out because again, this deck just loses with Ash and whatnot.
What are the plays that you can roughly make if you get Ash Blossom?
You could fuse via Theatre, your Frog, Sundew. So there's a lot of like in this deck. Really.
Okay. Actually helps you play through branded fusion, isn't it? Like that's one of the advantages to it, because like instant fusion is like a 1-card star, it's like pretty crazy stuff.
3 branded fusion, 3 standard, 3 openings, 3 cross outs, 2 super poly, 1 theatre, foolish, cool buy, instant, and the 2 branded spells. This one's just more for consistency, just because I like my Dramaturge on field. Lost again just from the 1 Lubellion into search. So again, a bit more protection.
So how do you find just the 1 branded red? Because a lot of lists actually run 2, not 1.
I think just the 1 is fine because I run branded Banishment as well, which personally I prefer because again, it's like a super poly in a sense as well.
There's a Predaplant monster that can search super polymerization, which honestly pretty crazy stuff.
Obviously, if I have my branded fusion already in hand, I'll probably just go search for the super poly via Cobra. So, you know, if I end up on a bad board, at least I still have a super poly to follow up on. Last but not least, you've got the trap. So Retribution, Banishment, and Predaplanting. I just love this card. Just with a Stapelia on board, and then if I have Banishment, I can also always recycle Stapelia as well. And then the last one is just 1 imperm cross out target, just in case, or if I just want to use it.
What are the drawbacks you would say when you play Predaplant? Like, what do you wish wasn't there?
If I could special summon things without discarding. Like, if Scorpio, if I could just summon it, if I control no monsters, that would be pretty nice. Again, I think last video we talked about the ease of putting counters on kind of your opponent's boards. It still struggles with that, but with Predaplant it works out pretty well. 2 Stapelias,
nice.
1 trip. Again, if it stops any kind of extra deck summons, just 1 of these guys. I think 1 for now just works fine, because again, there's a lot of options or routes in this deck. And then you got 1 Mirror Jade, 2 Albion, 1 Lubellion, and 1 Lubellions. You can change this guy for really anything. Titaniclad, a strong beater over boss monsters. You could run the Iron Dash Dragon as well if you get Contact Seed.
When I think about branded now, I'm starting to think about Contact Seed more.
Yeah.
And then I hear people like you talk about Sprint, and I'm like, crap, that's like my 1 counter is gone now.
2 Despia monsters, 2 super poly targets. I prefer Mud Dragon. Personally, I just think he's so good. The last 2, Chimera and Dragoon.
Dragoons is so good into Kashtira and into a lot of other decks as well. Obviously, you lose to stuff like Dragoon no more, but people aren't even playing that card. So in a way, Dragoons kind of gets away with a lot of stuff. You see people taking it out for the new branded fusion.
It's a hard question. I really like this card. I think it should stay in the deck. It's just like a good boss monster, hard to kind of go over. And even if you do go over the Dragoons, likely it's like a lot of resources, unless it's just like a simple dark rule.
Okay, so that was the Predaplant branded deck profile. Cyberstorm access is approaching really soon, so we're going to get an updated one, I'm sure. And that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.